Hey guys, Metal Breakdown here. So I'm here tonight to review the brand new album by Miss May I. It's called Shadows Inside, a brand new metalcore record, which I love. I'll tell you more about that in a few seconds. But just to tell you how I know Miss May I so far, because I'm not their biggest fan and I don't even know all their records, so be easy on me. I don't know everything about them, but I discovered them in late 2015, so about a year and a half ago. They were opening for Parkway Drive, and I really loved their performance. So after that, I bought their record that they just dropped at that time, Deathless, that was released in 2015, and this album blew my mind. After that, I did not really get more than that into them, even if I love that album. I don't know why. But yeah, Deathless was a fucking incredible record for me. But I've heard that the record before that one, I don't remember the name, but it's not really good. So maybe that's why I didn't dig deeper in their discography, because Deathless was huge for me. So after that, I was like, oh, we'll dig top Deathless with the new album Shadows Inside. That's what we'll discover in that video. So, there you go. Okay, so the answer to that question is I'm not sure yet. At first, when I first listened to the album, I was like, no, this is not as good as Deathless, even if the album is really strong. Deathless is still like there and Shadows Inside there. But after that, I've listened to the album like 4 or 5 times now already, and it's more like Deathless, Shadow Inside at the same level or not. I'm still not sure about that. I'll see that after another few lessons, I guess. And I haven't listened to Deathless in a while now, so maybe if I re-listen to Deathless and after that I go back to Shadows Inside, maybe I'll be able to tell you which one I prefer. But for now, I still don't know. Maybe I still have a slight preference for Deathless, and it was the first album for me by them, so it holds a special place in my heart. But like I just said, I'm still not sure. So, at first I wanted to talk about all song in that album, but after that I said, it will be too long, so I'll focus on the top 5. But after that, when I wanted to create my top 5, I didn't knew which song to place in which order, so I was like, oh, this one is better. No, this one is better, and it was just not working. So I'll tell you what my top 5 is, but in no particular order. So I'll just talk about my 5 favorite songs in the order that they are in the album. So the first song in my top 5, Shadows Inside, the title track. Great intro and great riff to start the album on a perfect note. After that, we fell right away on the lead singer screams that we love so much. The chorus followed with the woohoo, and are used like it's the typical Miss May I sound for me, so I recognize them right away when I hear those woohoo things. It's a pretty short chorus but effective chorus that puts you right back in after that, like in the real heavy stuff, because the chorus is not long, but right after it finished, bang, you got the heavy stuff again. A great title track that can really describe what you will get in this album, which is always good for a title track, because if it's too different than the rest of the album, why should it be the title track? Sometimes it seems stupid, but sometimes the title track is like the weirdest track on the album, and we're like, what the fuck, this doesn't describe the album at all. And for me, that's what the title track is supposed to do, you know. After that, my second song in the top 5, I choose Under Fire. Really aggressive growls after the small intro, and you have a chorus so fucking catchy right after that. For some song on this album, it took me a few listens to really enjoy them, but for this song, it was love at first sight for me. Like, even after the first listen, I was like, oh, fucking great song. I don't think it will be one of the favorite, but for me it is. The guitar solo is great, and the part that follow is amazing too. There's not a lot of guitar solo. Maybe I'm wrong and I don't remember them, but I don't think there's a lot of guitar solo in that album, and this is the one that caught the most my attention. After that, the third track in my top 5, I chose Casualties, probably the heaviest song of the entire record, at least for the verse, because the chorus is a bit soft. The reason why I put it into my top 5 is because the instrumental is just so perfect, and I praise the guitar work in that one. It's incredible. I hesitated a lot between this one and Destruction to put in my top 5, because the chorus in Destruction is a bit stronger than this one in my opinion, but overall Casualties is a better song. After that, which 2 songs will be in my top 5? You will be really surprised with that one. The fourth track I decided to put in my top 5, I repeat, it's not in any order, just my 5 favorite songs. I chose Crawl, the softest track of the record, and since the soft track are almost always my least favorite in almost every album that I listen by any band, I'm really surprised even myself to see it in my top 5, but it's just a true masterpiece. My favorite part is the chorus because it's so catchy and just beautiful, and it will stick in your head for like weeks after listening to that. It's that good. There's also a heavier part near the end of the song, but right after this part you got the fucking chorus again, which is mind-blowing. Incredible. If you would only have one song to listen to in that album, I would suggest you that one, because the rest of the song, the heavy song, are fucking good too, but this one will really surprise you, and they did an amazing job with that one. And after that, the 5th song in my top 5, which might not surprise a lot of you, I chose the first single, Lost in the Grey. It was the first single, yeah, and I did a reaction for that, so you already know that I loved it a lot if you saw that. But now I have to say that after a few listens, I love it even more. I have the feeling that it will be just like a bomb live. It will be so fucking good and so huge. I'm sure the crowd will love it so much. By the way, I had the chance to see Miss May I again like a week ago. They were in Montreal right here, but I was working at like 5 a.m. the next day, so I just said fuck off. It's not one of my favorite band, even if I love them a lot. So I just I'll pass. I'll get to see them again another time. But now I have a lot of regret about that, because that would have been a hell of a show, especially with that new album. That was fucking incredible. So I will listen to that album again a lot in the next few days, weeks, because it was that good, and I'm sure it will end up in my top 20 at the end of the year. Maybe even top 10, I don't know. We'll see that, because there's still a lot of albums to come this year, but I'm sure it will have a place in top 20 at least. So a fucking great record. And some honorable mention, like I said, Destruction almost got into top 5, and My Sorrow, the ending track, which is so fucking good. But other than that, the songs Swallow Your Teeth and Dead Knows My Name are fucking good too. The only one that I don't really like in that record is the third track, Never Let Me Stay. It reminds me a bit of the band, the Australian band. I did a review about them. How can I don't remember that? I'm going to see them like in July. Holy fuck. It's the band that dropped a surprise release. North Lane, yeah, that's the band. It reminds me a bit of them, but a bad North Lane song. Just Not the best song for me, but still okay, I guess. But if I would have to skip one song on that record, it would be that one for sure. But other than that, the record is just so fucking great. So this is it for my review of the new Shadows Inside album by Miss May I. If you enjoyed that video, make sure to drop a like on it and subscribe to my channel. I'll do more Miss May I soon if you guys want that, because like I said, I only know the last 2 albums, so there's a lot for me to discover. So just subscribe if you like what I did, and I'll also put some of my older videos at the end, and of course the reaction for Lost in the Grey. So thanks a lot again guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.